Well, Craig, thanks very much for coming and talking to us about our pledge campaign for this year. The theme is a place at the table, where you fit in and where God's people can come to St. John's and feel comfortable and be part of our community. So what made you come to St. John's?
Yeah, I grew up outside of the Episcopal tradition, and when I moved to Colorado, started looking for where I could find my faith fit here in Denver. And so I was looking for a number of things, really. I was looking for a community that was active and was involved in community service work, and was able to find that at the Cathedral. Wanted a place that had a community of young believers and folks that I could connect with socially, and was able to find that here. And just in general, I fell in love with the architecture and the music very quickly. And so I very quickly knew after I came here, after trying a number of churches, that this was going to be the place I settled down.
That's good. I think a lot of us feel the same way when you first come into the cathedral. There's an awesome moment that this is it. And then when you have a sense that the community is accepting of everyone, then it even is a closer relationship and a better fit.
Yeah, for sure. I moved here in my early 30s and wasn't really sure, that I was going to be able to find a community of folks that were going to be accepting of me. Normally churches are thriving at the little kids' age, and then you find folks that are older, but there's usually a gap that exists,
Right.
In the 20s, 30s. And so I was very excited to find that there was a dedicated 20s and 30s group that I was able to connect with and do a number of social things, going around town to different bars for happy hours and those kinds of things. But also the 20s and 30s retreat and some deeper faith formation with folks that were at similar stages in life as what I was at. So that was important to me to feel connected in that capacity, for sure.
Right. Well, I know that you live and work in Boulder, so that's quite a commitment for you to come to St. John's, and you come every Sunday. What makes it so worth it for you to come?
From the very first time I came to the cathedral, it felt very warm and inviting. And so I fell in love quickly, made some connections, and enjoy the people that I get to see on a weekly basis. But beyond that, I often leave feeling very heartwarmed. I love the sermon almost every week. I love the tradition of the service. I love the music. And it feels like a community of folks that really are fellow worshipers, but also folks that are friends and people that I enjoy spending time with and seeing.
So how have you found your place here? What kind of connections have you made, and what kind of ministries have you been involved with that actually are meaningful to you?
Yeah, when I first moved here, I got involved pretty quickly in the 20s and 30s group as a easy place to kind of start my connection. And then as I have been at the cathedral longer, I have found a longing to want to be connected in deeper and more ways. And so the easy bite felt like getting involved with the usher group. That really wasn't a lot of extra time commitment for someone who lives in Boulder and commutes down here often. It was already at services on Sundays, and so being able to use my time on Sunday mornings a little differently to help others feel warm and welcome when they first arrived to the cathedral was an easy connection point for me.
Well, I think also being an usher and feeling that's a ministry that you can give to make the cathedral warm and inviting to others fits right into our theme of a place at the table. It's a good connection.
Yeah, it was a great group of people to work with and fun to spend time with, and the narthex as we recount stories of our weeks as we're greeting other folks and welcoming them in, and on the blustery cold winter days, I'm joking with everyone about how cold it is outside. It's just kind of a fun way to welcome folks in, and have recently started getting more involved in a few other areas of the cathedral as well. So have always enjoyed connecting with the Loving and Caring for St. John's group and the quarterly cleanings that we do. I often tease my friends when they ask, what are you doing this weekend? Well, I'm going to go do all of the housework that no one else wants to do. But I find it very, fulfilling. Back when we used to have the old pews, to bring my scraper and scrape all of the wax drippings off of the end of the pews and things.
But even with the new chairs, you still have to do that.
That's true. We've not had them long enough to know how much it's going to build up. But and then have recently started getting involved in the grants committee as well. Have been very excited to learn about what the Cathedral is doing with money beyond just caring for our internal needs, but being able to give back to the broader community and understanding how Faith in Action is connected to the work that Grants is doing. And excited to dive into that work a little bit more heavily now as kind of my next continuation of involvement here at the Cathedral.
Well, Craig, thank you so much for coming and joining us and giving us insight of how you have found a place at the table and a place at St. John's and found a ministry of your own.
Yeah, my pleasure. Looking forward to many more years.
Wonderful.